Good evening, beautiful people. How do we all do? Good evening, Ndoma. How are we doing today? Trust we are good. Facebook, please permit me to use this song and entertain my viewers. I have no rights to the copies of the song I'm going to sing tonight. How on a day? Beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Facebook, please permit me to use this song and entertain my viewers. Permit me to entertain my beautiful viewers. I have no rights to the copies of the song I'm to use tonight. Good evening, Ndoma. Hey, Enshawa. How you day? How on a day? The matter why I carry come this evening, not true life story, yo. He joke. Make una put mouth for this matter. He joke. Hey, ya. One ya. He choke, die. You know, when you talk about these things, somebody feel like, it's not true. Mommy don't know can form things. I don't get that time. Too busy to go to form one yet in the post on net. This platform is a platform where we say nothing but the truth. Where we discuss nothing but the truth on this platform. We don't get time to miss anything here. First, will permit me to welcome my friends with small dance. Make I shake body small. Hey!
You want to bamba? You wanna cheat with the big boys? Like them on, get the kitty, you them on, get the off, it's like get the drop cup. Let me see how they sing. You want to bamba? You wanna cheat with the big boys? Like them on, get the kitty, you them on, get the off, it's like get the drop cup. Let me see how they sing. You want to bamba? You wanna cheat with the big boys? Like them on, get the kitty, you them on, get the off, it's like get the drop cup. Let me see how they sing. You want to bamba? You wanna cheat with the big boys? Like them on, get the kitty, you them on, get the off, it's like get the drop cup. Let me see how they sing. You want to bamba? You wanna cheat with the big boys? Like them on, get the kitty, you them on, get the off, it's like get the drop cup. Let me see how they sing. You want to bamba? You wanna cheat with the big boys? Like them on, get the kitty, you them on, get the off, it's like get the drop cup. Let me see how they sing. Let me hook and you. And hook. Alright, take it easy, take it easy, let's behind the waist. Okay. chapter. Let me see how this thing goes. How this thing goes. You want to bamba? You want to cheat with the big boys? Like the wrong, get the kitty, you the wrong, get the drink, get the chapter. Let me see how this thing goes. How this thing goes. You want to bamba? You want to cheat with the big boys? Like the wrong, get the kitty, you the wrong, get the
Yes, so once more pikin want to bamba, he wants to chill with the big boys. He just dey rub kitty kitty, dey run kata kata. He no fit drink water drop cup. Hey, na to go job. How na dey? I wouldn't want to take much of our time tonight because I'm supposed to come out again by 11 o'clock. Either tonight or tomorrow night. I go narrate the story where the narrate give me before I bring in the person wey get this story live tonight. You see this our Andy Ichie, all this our Igbo chief red cap people. Now them be one of the major problem wey me I get. Let me not say us. I have problem with all this Andy Ichie, Ndi Ike and Ndi Ike, all this way they wear red cap chief. I have major problem with them. It is high time when we go begin to question a lot of things. You get a speaking go make money come. You ask them back and back. Can the big boys see they chill with? You question some things. You don't because of a child is bringing money home and a taboo becomes a normal thing. Ah, thank you, my sister. Now. Thank you, my sister. I don't even remember where your ring. Now the sister know where your ring go. This kind of dress up where your ring no follow. Now wow, but however, it's okay. Yes, the story before me is this. A lovely family who live abroad came to Nigeria to get married. And a senior brother and a junior brother with the whole family member. The senior brother's wife is a white lady. They came down to Nigeria to marry for the younger brother. On getting here, they did their thing, and the nephew, a little boy of about, this is a marriage of 15 years as of today, a little boy of about then 8 or 7 was going errand for them. And they went back abroad after the wedding, here in Igbo land. When they went back abroad, the man noticed that his white wife started misbehaving. The man now tell me that, oh, it could be the pregnancy that is worrying her. Because she was carrying their 4th baby pregnancy. No, this is not where to call in. So I'm going to call you on another line where you will narrate your story. You can't call on this line. Why will they do this video? Now to beg the boy. Say, that's why we come to beg and for media today. If we beg and we know here, we get where we go see. We get where we go beg and we go here. So this family, very lovely family, I will not put up their picture in the air, came down, do marriage for the younger brother. They go back. When they go back to abroad, now the man notice say your Igbo wife come dey misbehave. The man say if he be the 4th baby wey dem dey expect, now he make she dey behave like this, make him take am easy. One night the man dey sleep, now the woman phone dey ring. Oyibo, being that she's heavily pregnant, the man get up, cross, carry phone. Mommy, your phone is ringing. Give her. Now the woman say, as the man can the man look +23. How Oyibo take get +23? Oyibo no dey use +23 now. Now no be say na born half caste e be. This one na pure Oyibo. Na marriage and carry and come do. You know get anybody where they call +23 because the mother of the guy, all the siblings, they are abroad. You no get anything wey go make and get phone number of +234. So the man come dey curious say, honey, which time you begin the date you get Nigerian people number, so that you don't get phone number of +234. Now the woman say, no, he see am there too. The man keep quiet. But you know now something push the man, and the man carry the phone, die for him phone. He can't be him nephew. See, oh boy, if you want to talk to me, see my own line, call me. Now which one they call your wife every time? I just make I call, greet them. It's okay. I beg, if you want call anything where you need, they talk to me. No call your aunt, my wife. You don't say no Igbo. They are thinking not be like our own. It's okay, brother. Because notice say the woman when call ring in the midnight, she go sneak out of bed, tiptoe, go kitchen. You go they close doors small, like best way they ask film. They close doors small. You go they walk like when RM the motion film. Now so this woman go outside, go hide, answer call. This man come the wonder say, since why I married this Oyibo, he never become actor. Which one come there when they do when he won't come out. So now the man come put eye to come the full arm. As some movie actor they flow for back. Can't go follow. Now the man can't go jam what he no suppose jam. The man come jam say, this him brother. Mona no verse, I no go school oh. They masturbate. They give him wife. Hell, I no go too sure because of Facebook paralysis, Facebook community. Make una see the kind thing where the man jump for the Oyibo phone. The woman dey downstairs for kitchen. The boy they do this thing. The woman they do I want all more Igbo more for Igbo language. This in cousin. See what he they do for him brother, him nephew. See. Una see what him nephew they do to him brother. Now him brother wife they show buhaha oh. Now see him. When I don't see him small. Now the man come gum for wall. They look him brother face. Him brother they busy they do for Igbo woman. Are you seeing my warapa? Is your husband as old as big as this? Open your mouth and swallow. This is the best warapa. Now the man shout abomination. My wife, what do you they do? Now the woman say no do again no. Now that him brother he won't go marry. After 4 children. Before they say Jack Robinson, this woman carry phone call abroad police. Make una come, my husband don't beat me oh. Now so they pack the children come out. As I they talk to now, this man don't enter depression. I follow even come out. This boy 20 years old as at now. His papa na farmer for my village. Farmer. He don't enter Bangkok University. He dey drive jeep. He dey live for many bedroom flats. This boy. Carry buhaha. I know say people they thief. But thieves they go outside, go thief come. This one they thief inside house. Woman wey born 4 children for him brother. Now so this boy will carry him buhaha, they do the woman. Open your mouth. Eat daddy's milk. Is your husband's son as big as this? The other one will say, no, it's not. Leave him and come and marry me. Your brother, I go call you as on social media, oh. Because your brother is homeless abroad. The man say where him for go wrong. You come out from ordinary small school, go enter Bangkok. They drive jeep. They tell the Igbo woman how you go make it they pay for the children. Now the boy they control the home now. The man won't kill himself. This I dey hear say woman they snatch follow woman husband. I never one day hear say brother go snatch his own brother wife wey don born 4. The man is homeless abroad now as we dey talk. The man won't kill himself. They don't arrest him 2 times for attempted murder being a suicide. I don't know the way it be. This boy go dey say buhaha to the wife. If the man call the boy say, oh my brother, what did I do you? I just carry this woman come Nigeria, come do marriage. Which time when I start? When we check, I tell her, say, now from Nigeria I start to fuck am. Say, madam, you are right. And Nigeria I start to fuck this woman. Now see, go back now this video they do for the woman. He don't scatter marriage of 4 children. See him. 20 years old. When I say the boy they do, now the brother wife they send this thing to Igbo woman no. And he was say make sure look here the other name, see oh. na in buhaha be na buhaha na dey show the brother wife o. Una see am as they do am. You see am. Now I'm going to issue him a warning to leave that marriage and leave that woman. As if that's not enough, this boy go carry something, wound in leg. Give me the wound. He go wound in leg, send to a woman. Tell her say the pounds wey they go take treat am convert to naira 5 million. This one no be this time nephew have been a cousin have been a waiting bloody for wetin dem call am. He go carry something, wound himself. They show the brother wife. They show the brother wife. That one go carry money, send to them. Yahoo inside house. When he send this kind of thing, the woman go gather the whole money where they get give. The woman now put him husband away. Call police say him husband na wife beater. This boy tell am say make he tell the children say their mama their papa na husband beater. Now the man say where for wrong you my nephew. You know where for wrong am? Not only una God see they good for only una dey abroad. That's why they always tell una say when your yam fine hide the chopper. Hide the chopper. Person wey no know you no fit do you. Person no know you need a lot of information to be able to do you. But person wey no know you, e dey very not easy to come in and do you. I go call in the man make he use him mouth narrate. The man say now he's here for him. This guy name na Chidozie David. He dey Bangkok. Him papa na farmer. When I say farmer like my father wey no fit afford 10 naira. But he dey go big school, they drive jeep. He no even find oyibo for net. All these my friends them on the net. They go carry their oyibo woman come here, we marry them, then go. He no even find oyibo. Now him brother wife we get 4 children. Now he see to Yahoo. My people, when I don't see as the thing take play out too. I go call the man. The man go use his mouth narrate wetin they go through. Now my question is, where Chidozie David phone number. I go call the man now. He go use his mouth narrate the one where I no fit narrate. I go call the man, make him use him mouth. You see that boy? I don't want quick call him out. I want call out the chiefs. We Igbos, we have tradition. This is a taboo. This is a taboo in Igbo land. Oh, an abomination. This is an abomination. My question is that where are the chiefs? What are they doing? When the chiefs invite the boy carry motor go, then go escape and enter motor. You see all these chiefs? If I become governor tomorrow, I go dethrone all of them. I don't think I think now begin to come and they do video. But to do the right thing, I'm not going to do. If I become president, I go first dethrone, come out of the whole red cap, drop for ground. Everybody become normal. A taboo is happening in the land. Something that is unheard of. That should not happen in Igbo land is happening. And the people are saying, we don't talk to them. He's saying that you people cannot call him, rusticate him out of the village. Send him and his family out over a taboo. Because of say money is involved and they cover back thing. Render his brother homeless in the name of God. When your man on life, whatever take away, give him advice. I beg me call and let him narrate further. Carry a dimper. We don't born. What is this now? We don't born children. We don't grow finish. Render useless. You render a dimper. We don't grow finish. Useless. Useless. Let me call the I'm calling the man. Let him use his mouth. Because make I not go narrate the put lie. Not as I do my own, I know they did. But there are some things that is unheard of. All the Yahoo people who I know, they go outside, go Yahoo, come. This is the only Yahoo boy who I know when they inside house, the Yahoo. Eh? I'm trying to call him. Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Deborah.
Good evening, Deborah.
Yes, I'm live. I'm discussing this David issue live on Facebook. You are the victim here, sir. I will want you to narrate a bit how it all happened. At least let people hear from the horse's mouth, since you say you don't mind doing this.
Alright, okay. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Obina Jean-Louis DK. I was born in France, and I met my wife, Marie Muriel Geraldine Orange, in France in the year 2005. I was a teenager actually when I met my wife, and we basically started off, and I really loved her. I come from Nigeria, from Imo State, and my wife is from the Caribbean island. The father is from Guadeloupe and the mom is from Mauritius Island. So obviously she's not Nigerian, but I am Nigerian. But I was, born and raised in France. Anyway, so fast forward to our relationship, obviously. So we met in the year 2005, and then we dated up until 2008. We got engaged in 2006, and I married my wife in 2008. And then after our marriage, we welcomed two babies, twins, by the name of Brandon Chimobi and Cameron Chisom. And then obviously the year 2000, after we got married in France, 2008, then we moved to the UK in 2009. So I moved my wife, who's never been to an English-speaking country. So obviously before we moved to the UK, she spoke very little English. But because, of course, I come from Nigeria, my parents have always spoken English to me, so English wasn't a problem for me. So to move to the UK wasn't a problem. So we moved. So we've lived happily as a couple. And then in the UK, obviously, I went back to law school because I always wanted to be a lawyer I wanted to do law by profession. So I studied law at undergraduate level. I did the LLB, and then subsequently did my LLM and the master's degree. And then obviously, did my LPC, the legal practice course in the UK, and qualified to be a lawyer. And then we've been living very well as a family, no problem at all. My younger brother, by the name of Ezechukwu DK, was getting married in Nigeria to a Nigerian woman. So I wanted to basically attend his wedding because he wanted to use my two little boys, for his bridal train. So we decided to travel to Nigeria, myself, my wife, and then our three little children. So Brandon, Cameron, and then Chloe, who was born in the UK. So we got a visa to Nigeria. In 2019, we came down as a family to support my younger brother who was getting married. Now, when we got to Nigeria, we settled in Lagos. We landed in Lagos and then, stayed in Lekki for a week. And then, in Nigeria, it's very typical that family members would like to come around to support, especially since I haven't been to Nigeria like in over 10 years. So I had people coming from different parts of Nigeria, from the east. For some of those who were already in Lagos, wanted to come in and be with me, to see my wife as well, who was coming to Nigeria for the very first time, and also my children. So a lot of people volunteered to come and support the family, because I had a very young family. And when we stayed in Lagos for a week, and then we were planning to go down to the east because my brother's wedding was going to take place in Enugu State. So we all planned to go down, but then we settled firstly in Lagos. And so everything really went well up until we got to Enugu, and then my brother's wedding went on successfully. We had a very good time. But now, unknown to me, my wife, actually, by the name of Marie Muriel Geraldine Orange, was pregnant with our fourth baby. She was 6 months pregnant at the time when we went to Nigeria, and at the time she was 33 years old of age. Unknown to me, she secretly started to have an affair with my nephew. Now, my nephew is my cousin's son, who was 17 years old. His name is Chiagozim David Anyem. Chiagozim David Anyem is his name. My wife, who is 33, 15 years her junior, started to have an affair with my younger cousin. This was not made known to me, because then again, you have to realize that in Nigerian setting, a lot of people want to come over to see your family, uncle. Everybody's calling you an uncle. But some people have bad intentions towards you. Now, I've come in naively. I haven't been to Nigeria. I'm a little bit lost with the tradition, with the culture. Now, I brought people very close. A lot of people told me to be very careful of people back home, but I was very naive. I brought people very close to me. Now, this little boy, Chiagozim, came all the way from Abuja just to look after my little children, Brandon and Cameron, who were basically 10 years of age at the time. So he came in the form of helping the family, taking the kids around, showing us around Enugu and all that. But unknown to me, he was actually secretly admiring my wife, okay, who is not even Nigerian, who spoke very little English. And I never really read meaning into it, because, I mean, if I was to suspect anybody to have an affair with my wife, it would not be Chiagozim, who is 17.
So we are hearing you.
All right, okay, I've just been interrupted by a lady again. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So if you would expect a woman of that caliber to have an affair, it would not be with the like of a boy.
A boy? How do you do now?
A little boy, a 17-year-old boy. He was the least of the people I would expect to have that sort of intimate relationship. You know, this is your uncle's wife. She's married at the time with 3 children. She was pregnant with a 4th child. I'm just waiting for somebody, please, okay?
It's all right, sir.
Right, okay, yeah.
Bad brothers. Eh? Hey.
Je sors dehors?
Yes, we are with you, sir.
Vous voulez que je sorte?
Oh.
J'attends, mais si vous voulez que je sorte, il n'y a pas de problème. Oui, mais si vous voulez que j'attende, il n'y a pas de problème. C'est ce que je vous ai expliqué, madame, que
He's talking to somebody.
J'attends quelqu'un.
Not English they speak. You could go just stop.
Oui, donc j'attends une personne, mais en fait, il voulait juste service d'état civil.
Elle est déjà dans le service.
Non, la personne, je pense que c'est fermé, c'est ce que vous venez, ouais, c'est fermé, donc. D'accord, ok. Mais sinon, j'ai déjà fini avec l'état civil, en fait, j'étais juste là-bas, mais si vous voulez que je... D'accord, ok. Non, ok, bah, c'est déjà fermé. D'accord, il n'y a pas de problème, merci. Ok. D'accord, merci. Ok. I'm sorry about that.
Yes, that's another language. Okay, sir.
Yes, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so basically what had happened was, if I had suspected anybody to date my wife, that had never even crossed my mind really, that anybody would date, because again, when you get married, it's for better, for worse, right? So
yes, sir.
I'd have never had that impression that my wife would go to that level. Now, this is somebody who is not really familiar with Nigerian culture. And I briefed that before I went to Nigeria, that Nigerian men could be, certain Nigerian men, I would not generalize, are very desperate. Nigerian men are so desperate for foreign women, okay? And that's one thing I really do not like.
But not for a cousin
men.
or a nephew.
Okay. Yes, but then again, I still did tell her that some people still try to hit you up, okay? As far as they see a very pretty woman, I'm not going to lie, my wife is very attractive.
Yes, very. I see her.
And, okay, she's very pretty, and I did tell her, be very careful of Nigerian men, okay? In the guise of love, some people will try to chat you up, even if they know you're married. They're very desperate. And even more so when they know that you are married and that you come from abroad, They were trying to do everything to take advantage of it. I did tell her about it, but she was still naive and gullible. Very, very gullible woman. Okay? Now, what had happened was, when we went to Nigeria, my children have never been to Nigeria. During my brother's wedding, my wife was all over the place. She was not paying attention to the children. Now, you know Nigerian society, your child could go missing. Okay? So I was really, really upset with the way my wife was handling the kids. She was trusting people too very often.
That's what Igbo people they do. They trust easily.
Okay? So some people just easily try to befriend her. And then by the time you know, my little daughter who was 3 years old has wandered off. You don't know where she is. And then when I asked her, where is Chloe? Her name is Chloe Adeze. And I said, where is Chloe Adeze? She said she doesn't know where she is. I said, I've told you to keep an eye on my daughter. Where have you been? What are you doing? She's busy talking to some random people. So you can see that created tension between us during the wedding day. And then a lot of people thought that I was too domineering, too controlling. So they started to feed my wife with little things. Oh, what kind of husband is this? He's always on your back, trying to check up on you, this and that. I've never had problem with this woman for the past 15 years. The first time I bring her to Nigeria, people start to pollute her mind about me. People start to bring in doubt into my marriage. People start to tell things to my wife. Okay? By the time I came back to the UK, just a week after we came back to the UK, my wife is no longer the same woman. My wife now started to have a secret affair with my nephew. She started to text him. Now, I want you to know, when I started to date my wife, I come from a Christian background. I will never have to use some erotic words to express my feelings of love for my wife. I've never had to send my wife pornography. I've never had to express my wife, my feelings for her through erotic messages. Now, I was shocked and surprised to realize that my wife was now beginning to get calls from Nigeria. And who was calling my wife? It was my nephew. Each time my wife traveled, my nephew Chiagozen will be calling my wife. Chiagozen will be calling my wife secretly behind my back, checking up on my wife. How are you? Calling my wife my love.
My love. Okay? Your brother's wife, my love.
Yes. Calling my wife my love. My wife never made me know about this. One day my wife traveled to France and came back. She became all of a sudden very distant. And then her phone was ringing one fateful Sunday morning. I've only just traveled to Italy and I came back and we were sleeping on the same bed. My wife's phone was on the charge. She was charging her phone. And she got this call at about 6 a.m. in the morning. And then this Nigerian number plus 234 was calling. And then she refused to pick the call. But there was no name registered to that number. And I told her, why don't you pick your call? She said she doesn't know who the person was. I said, well, okay, if you don't know, why not pick the call? She said, well, she's not going to pick because it's coming from somebody who she doesn't know. I said, well, if this person is calling you, it could mean that you have exchanged your number with this person. It's no random person calling if they don't have your number. When she failed to take, I myself didn't take the number. But when the phone stopped ringing, lo and behold, come and see messages that has been exchanged between my wife, who had said previously that she didn't know who the person was. Now, the messages were very erotic in nature, very sexual. I love you. I will never regret meeting you. I will never regret what I do with you. Okay? And then my nephew is telling my wife, okay, it's entirely up to you to know whether you want to leave him and take the risk. We can never do this thing behind his back. Obviously, at some point, you've got to really leave him for me. And my wife was telling him that it's going to be hard for me to do that. How would you want me to do it? Both of them were orchestrating on how to leave the marriage. She had got him a little boy that I thought was a little boy, was feeding my wife with ideas on how to leave her marriage. And this woman, as gullible as she is, was falling for this. You can understand the frustration of a Nigerian man who's built a marriage up to 15 years, a little boy controlling a 33-year-old woman. I lost it. When my wife saw me in a rage, she's never seen me this bad. My wife ran away from the house. Guess what? My wife was pregnant at the time, 6 months. She ran away from the house and left the children with me. At the time, there were 3 children. She ran to the hospital. And then she didn't tell me where she was going. She didn't take her phone with her. She ran away to the hospital. I became furious. I called my mother. My parents live in France. I called my mom and said, look at what has been happening. Look at what Chiagozen is doing to my home. My mom said, give it a few hours before you call the police. I didn't want to call the police to report my wife missing. This is a pregnant woman with, 6 months pregnant, no telephone, nothing. The worst, I was thinking of the worst. These kids that are born and raised here, they could easily go and drown themselves. They have I just don't know how to explain it. But then, I waited for some hours before I called the police at about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I called them and I said, listen, I had a little altercation with my wife. She ran away from the house. I do not know where she is. I'm really scared for her life. Please, can you come in? The police, the UK police, actually did not come straight away. They came 4 hours down the line. I had 3 children to look after. The children were busy crying, where is mom, where is mom, where is mom? I didn't know what to say to my kids. I had to make food for them. I had to stay at home. While on the phone calling my parents, I was frustrated. I had this anxiety. Finally, the police came in at about 7 p.m. in the evening. Well, I would say at night. And then when this woman came in, she looked like a feminist, a typical British woman. Oh, what could you have done to your wife to make her take off like that? She had no shoes on. She had no telephone. Because anything, you need to realize this thing about racism in the UK. When they see black people, it's almost like they try to step in and destroy our family. Because we are go-getters. Nigerian people know what they want. They hold their families together. But the British people love to destroy Nigerian families. When she came in, she said, oh, what did you do to her? I said, listen, I did nothing. We just having little family banter. She took off. I had done nothing. And she seemed to be more like a feminist. A feminist. And what had happened basically was she took statements, and at the same time, she looked a little bit very aggressive in the way she asked questions. And I know who I am. I'm a lawyer by profession. And whenever certain words are kind of directed in a way where it doesn't make any sense, I have to ask her, well, because when she came in with a camera, she was recording me. And I said, well, madam, before you record me, I also pull out my camera and I'll record you as well. So it doesn't seem like I did something to her or she did something to me. You record me, I record you as well. She felt very uncomfortable about the fact that I said to her that I was going to record her. And then, obviously, she noted that I was aggressive and very temperamental. I said, I am not aggressive, I'm not temperamental. This woman has been gone for hours. I'm very, very anxious about her well-being and her safety. She's pregnant with my baby. Do you understand me? I'm not aggressive in nature, but I'm just fearful for the worst. I've got children to look after, but she's trying to make it look like I'm the reason why my wife left. But I was so ashamed to even talk about what my wife was doing. I didn't want to get it out there in the public. They were not understanding this, but you need to know that we live in a liberal society where people don't care. Whether you get married or not, she has a liberty to do what she wants to do. That is frowned upon in the African society. We don't do things that way. Okay? We don't. We are very emotional. We're very emotional Africans. We are very emotional people. When you wrong us, we express our feelings towards you. Okay? But that's not the way they are. They could be very quiet, but they're dealing with you. That's the kind of people they are. So finally, they started to inquire. They went to my neighbors to ask questions if they have heard a noise or something. And they said no, they hadn't had any noise. And then finally, it was traced to the fact that she was found at the hospital. Now, why they found her at the hospital, she said she didn't want to see me there. She didn't want me. And then she wanted her phone, she wanted her handbag. Do you know why my wife was at the hospital? She was calling cheXting in Nigeria. She was telling cheXting that I've discovered my wife was taking instruction from cheXting in Nigeria.
Taking instruction from the small boy.
She used the phone from the hospital. She called her mother in France to tell her mother that Obina has discovered of the secret affair, and she called cheXting. Do you know that cheXting was the one telling my wife
what to do? Telling the wife what to do, 20 years old boy.
I do not want it to be traceable to me. cheXting did, because when I called Nigeria to tell them, look at what cheXting is doing to my family, cheXting had to pull back to tell the wife, go back to your husband. I don't want it to be traceable to me that I'm the one that broke your home. This lady was taking instructions from a 17-year-old boy. Now finally, my wife, who didn't want to see me, who told the police she didn't want to see me, now finally called me the next day that I can come and see her. I never knew that cheXting was the one telling her, you cannot ask him to come to the hospital. What an insult to my personality. What an insult.
Abomination. Aru.
cheXting now is not the one taking glory that Obina's wife went back to him because I was the one that wanted to reconcile his family. How can you reconcile? cheXting, who are you? to even reconcile me and a woman. I want you to know that cheXting was born in 2002. 22nd of June 2002.
2002
I met my wife in
child.
2005. Okay? cheXting was only 3 years old when I met my wife. My wife was 18 years old when I met her. cheXting was only 3 years old. Imagine cheXting controlling my wife, telling my wife to go back to her husband. Let's find another way to do this. Let's find another way. These were messages written. All these things I have the proof. Because I penetrated my wife's phone and I saw all the messages.
Oh,
And I transferred all those messages to my phone as a backup to kind of protect myself. Because in Europe, it's about the law of evidence. If you have no evidence, you cannot bring any case to the court. This is exactly what happened. Finally, my wife returned back to me. I thought that we were basically on a good term. I took some flowers to the hospital with my 3 children at the time. We went to the hospital. I forgave my wife and I said, you know what, I do not know. And I thought it was about a magic spell that had been cast on her in Nigeria. We started to pray. I've never worked as hard in my marriage. Now, what really beats me is the fact that the woman who cheated should be the one working harder to redeem her marriage, to redeem back her husband, especially the trust. I found myself working harder. I wake up in the morning, serve my wife food, go make yam, porridge yam,
people
go
will get ahead.
bring to bed to serve my wife in the bed. I will come and serve my wife. My wife was not even doing anything. While I will go to work, my wife will be secretly FaceTiming cheXting. Whenever she sees me returning, she'll stop the call. Each time I return home, my wife is nervous. She's nervous. She's no longer that wife I used to know. She was looking for every reason to be the one to provoke her to leave. But I said, no. I will never give you what you want. I know where she's headed. Each time I'll sit her down, speak to her. What is going on here? She'll say to me, no, you're a good husband. You're a good father. I said, what is it? Communication has been a big problem. She's not open. She doesn't communicate. As you can see me, probably for this, you can see how I speak. Okay, communication is not a problem for me.
Yes.
My wife is very, very docile and quiet. But there's the kind of people that when they hit you, they hit you hard. People that don't talk, but when they hit you, they hit you hard. She made me believe that everything was fine. For 8 months, we tried to work on our relationship. That was from 2019 when I caught her up until 2020. Now, fast forward to 2020, we all took a walk around the lake where we live. My wife actually was the one that initiated that we take a walk, and it was on a Sunday evening, and then we all got ready, the 4 children, and by the time our last baby was born, we took a walk around the lake. Now, I've always been very suspicious. My wife is now beginning to dress in an unusual way. And I've never known her to dress that way. She's becoming more eccentric in nature. But I just said, you know what, no problem. And we continue to live that way. But that fateful day, we took a walk around the lake. And when we came back, it was about 4 p.m. in the evening. My wife actually went downstairs to the kitchen to prepare the baby milk. I went upstairs. The kids were actually in the living room watching Netflix. And I went upstairs. Now, what my wife does, my wife has a second phone. She keeps that phone in the kitchen.
2 phones.
That is the phone she used. 2 phones. She's got one. You know, the first time I discovered what she was doing, then what she did, she stopped communicating cheXting with that number. She now got another second phone. That second phone has always been in the kitchen. And that phone is not password protected. So each time she goes into the kitchen to make baby milk, baby food, she kills time. She'll go into the kitchen under the pretext of washing plates, cooking, but she'll be killing time. And I've never ever thought about that kind of guy that she's used as a strategy to be spending time. Each time cheXting sends a message on Facebook Messenger, she'll be responding while pretending to be cooking. So she'll be killing more time than usual. Now, I'm a very emotional man. I love to have time with my wife. Each time I will be upstairs waiting, my wife will be down. She said, oh, she's still making baby milk. I'm like, what's going on? That day, a spirit pushed me. I said, you know what? That Sunday, after we came back from, the stroll around the lake, she went downstairs to make the baby milk. It was taking my wife 30 minutes to make baby milk. Then I said, okay, no problem. Something struck me in the head, and I said, you know what? I'm going to have a look at that second phone. Because ever since this first incident occurred, I've never seen my wife putting the effort to rekindle our marriage. I said that everything triggered back again, and I said, I'm going to have a look. I became very suspicious. When she came upstairs with the baby milk, I said to my wife, you know what, you sit upstairs here, I'm coming down, I'm just going to go downstairs, you sit here, don't come downstairs, you sit here, and you wait for me. I went downstairs, I went to the kitchen, I took that phone, it's not password protected, and I started to flip through her phone. I was looking on WhatsApp, I looked on everywhere, I didn't see anything. Then a man said to me, look on Facebook Messenger. Lo and behold, the last message I just sent to cheXting was just 2 minutes before she came upstairs. And then I could not believe myself. You know what I did? I picked that phone. When my wife became apprehensive that I was killing time downstairs, she started to come downstairs. And then when I heard her footsteps, I quickly grabbed that phone, put it in my pocket, and met her halfway through the kitchen door. And then when she saw me coming, she pretended she wanted to come into the kitchen, but when she saw I was already halfway through the kitchen, she walked into the living room as if she was going to tell the elder brother to put a movie for the daughter, our daughter. But I already knew that she was becoming, scared that I've discovered what is going on. Then she basically, when she saw me, I told her, Marie, do you want to go upstairs? I'm coming to meet you. She said, okay, no problem. When I went upstairs, I showed her the phone. I said, what is it? So you're still contacting cheXting? She bent her face downward. She pointed her face downward. She could not say a word to me. Now she now knows that she's been busted. Do you know what she said to me? Well, I told you if I had accepted that we should go our separate ways. My wife never showed any remorse.
She didn't show remorse. She just said, let's go our separate ways.
No. Yeah, she just said, well, if you had accepted the first time that you caught me, you would have allowed me to go. I said, I cannot believe this. My wife never showed remorse. My wife never felt my pain. My wife had a stone cold heart. My wife was actually breastfeeding a baby who was still 5 months. What time does a mother have to be trusting another man? She was still breastfeeding and cheating. My wife was still breastfeeding. No time for my kids, no time for me. This woman was basically having an affair and had no remorse about it. I broke down and started to cry. I broke down and started to cry. Imagine a man crying and begging a wife with 4 children. I said, how can you do this to me? I now realized that she had gone too far in her immoral affair to even look back, to reverse the hands of time. Basically, what I did was I lost it. And she was looking for evidence for me to do something, to use it as a reason. My wife has been looking for a reason for me to be the one to go. So that all she would tell the kids that I'm the one that left them and abandoned them. But I never wanted to give her because I already read her mind. She wanted me to hit her. She wanted me to do something to use it. I'm not going to lie to you, I lost my temper. I hit her for the very first time. Oh, that was all she needed. She left the house. She left the house the next day. And then she told me she wanted to take a walk and relax and think about things. And I said, no problem. I was not suspecting, but I never knew that my wife was already liaising with the social services and the police. Because remember, she's gone to the police, she's gone to the hospital the first time, and I never knew that the hospital had given her
police.
To contact. Okay, if she ever felt threatened, I never knew that my wife was not working against me. My wife told me she wanted to go for a walk. And I said, no problem. She left me with the 4 children, including the baby, who was 6 months at the time. My wife left the house at 10 a.m. in the morning. She never returned. And this time I decided not to call the police, because the first time I've tried it, and my wife told me, why did you tell the police? Do you know that if I wanted to change the story for you, I would have turned the whole thing upside down, and we will not be talking about the fact that I cheated on you. We'll be talking about the fact that you domestically abused me. So this time I decided not to call the police. I called my mother in France. I said, look, Maria has gone again for the second time. She's actually gone for nearly 5-6 hours, and I'm scared. My mom told me this time around, don't call the police, and I chose not to call the police. The children were beginning to get worried. They were asking me, where is mom? Where is mom? Where is she? So we decided to cry. I said, she's going to be fine. Don't worry. p.m. in the evening, I saw 2 police cars around my property.
Oh, she left to
I
call
looked
the
through the window.
police.
She went to the hospital first, and then the hospital staff actually to make an entry at the police station. Now they now took from the hospital. There was a police staff and the hospital staff that called the police, and then the police came to the hospital and then asked her to come to the police station to make an entry. She now followed them to the police station and made an entry against me that I domestically abused her. At about 10 p.m., the 2 police cars came to the house.
She told the police he domestically abused her.
I abused her domestically, and then they did some kind of test, like body scan and all that, to kind of look at the bruising.
All this talk is the nephew that is telling him, tell the police he abused you.
Oh, yeah.
Tell the police he has beaten you up. Tell the police he raped you.
What?
With this, you will get a divorce.
Thank you. So what had happened was when they arrested me, they charged me for domestic abuse. When I was now locked up in the cell for nearly 2 hours, and they came and rearrested me for a second offense, sexual assault, that I sexually assaulted her.
Inside marriage.
Okay? Inside my marriage. I've been married to this woman since nearly 12 years, and then 15 years, we've been together. In total.
Hey.
I married her in 2005 and 8. Okay? Now she's now sexually abused her. All this thing to delay. Do you know that as soon as they arrested me, they left out the family house, and then, in the UK, they will normally arrest you and then they'll release you under bail, okay, with conditions. They got me arrested and then released me the next day and gave me conditions. Not to contact my wife directly or indirectly, not to contact my 4 children directly or indirectly, and not to come anywhere near my property. Now you can imagine I have no friends in the UK other than my wife. My wife is everything to me. My wife is everything. I in the prison, I told the police people to call my mother in France to tell my mother that I've been arrested. Now this is really making me emotional.
Sorry.
Emotional. They had to call my mother in France to tell my mom that I was arrested because I had nobody to call in the UK. I had nobody to call a friend in the UK. They called my mother to tell my mother, you can imagine a 16-year-old woman panicking for her son in lockdown. If anybody had called the police on me in the UK, but not my wife, the woman I brought to the UK, she followed me to the UK. This is the woman I brought to that country. She created a criminal record for me for the very first time. I've never had any criminal record in the UK. My wife was the first who gave me a criminal record. The woman of my dream, my flesh, gave me a criminal record. I'm a lawyer, and I want you to know that this is not good for a lawyer's record. Criminal record, sexual abuse. Do you understand me? My mother told me, no problem, I'll call your younger brother. My younger brother lives in France. My brother took a ticket, Eurostar, and came to France, to the UK the next day. But my brother wanted to go to my house to speak to my wife. While my brother was on his way from France to the UK, my brother called Shagozem and said, Shagozem, if you see that thing you destroyed, better repair it. And I'm giving you 24 hours to repair Obina's home. Chagozem pretended to be working with my brother. What Chagozem was doing, he would be getting information when my brother was coming to the UK.
And be giving to your wife.
And be feeding to my wife that Ezechukwu is coming into the UK. This is what his plan is. He wants to come to the family house. Do you know what my wife was doing? My wife was living with the police that my brother is coming to threaten her. Why Chagozem will be giving us the impression that he's been trying to resolve the matter. Chagozem was telling my wife that my Obina's brother is coming to the UK. Hey, this is what he wants to do. My wife called the police. The police will actually have the property waiting for my brother. As soon as they come, they will pick him up. The spirit told me, Ezechukwu, do not go to that house because they've given me conditions. Directly or indirectly, do not contact her. Even if it's indirectly, my brother going to my family house is going to be an indirect contact. And I told him, please. And my brother listened to me. Do you know that as God may have it, my brother had to go back. And then my wife now told the social services that she's not safe. that Obina knows about the area, even if they've asked Obina not to visit the property, but she's still scared for her life. What are you scared for? It's your guilty conscience that is killing you. They've asked me not to visit the property. I'm not going to visit the property. I'm not going to visit the property. But she says she's still scared. She doesn't want to stay within that vicinity. We live in Milton Keynes. In Milton Keynes, for those who know the UK, you will know Milton Keynes. That is where we live. She asked to leave that area. She wanted to be relocated to a different part of the UK. They granted her request. Within 1 week, they moved her. Before they moved her and found her a permanent place in the UK, they moved her to Scotland, Aberdeen. They moved her to Scotland. They threw her into different parts of the UK. She was gallivanting the whole of UK with my children. While my wife was actually moving around, she was 24 hours online with cheXting. Because each time you see my wife online, 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m., this is the woman who is breastfeeding. This is the woman who is breastfeeding. What time do you have to sleep? What time do you have to look after your children? My wife would be online. Last seen on WhatsApp, 5 a.m. Last seen on WhatsApp, 6 a.m. in the morning. While I was crying, my wife was just busy having fun with a little boy. cheXting was now telling my wife, well, you're the one taking this nonsense from him. If he were to be married to a Nigerian woman, no Nigerian woman would take this nonsense from him.
Can you imagine?
You are the one taking this nonsense from him. I'm a free bird. I'm a free bird. I'm just free. It's entirely up to you to know what you want. This is what cheXting was telling my wife. And then obviously, because she doesn't know Nigerian scope, she doesn't know how Nigerian men go about trying to deceive women. I said certain Nigerian men because I wouldn't generalize.
Yeah.
I would not generalize. So this is how cheXting has been in contact ever since then up until now. Now cheXting knew that my wife wanted to put me a petition for divorce. Do you know that cheXting was the one now actually talking to my wife about getting a divorce? On the 1st of April 2021, I received a petition for divorce from my wife. While I was still busy hoping that my wife would change her mind and return back to her senses, my wife has already gone even to the point of getting a divorce. I received a petition for divorce, and the charges were based on domestic violence. I wanted to cross petition. I took in a lawyer. I didn't want to defend it myself because the family law is not my line of expertise. I'm a banking and finance lawyer. I had to take a lawyer. Now I'm a private because my wife is getting legal aid in the UK. I don't get legal aid. I will have to pay for a lawyer to defend my case. I had to take a lawyer. And I said I wanted to cross petition. I'm a Christian. The sole motive for divorce is adultery. And that is what I believe in. Because I have seen what my wife was doing, seen the level at which she's operating, and I said, well, I don't need them to be intimately physical, but what I've seen, she's already crossed the line. But I didn't want to be the one to divorce her, but she was actually the one that asked for divorce based on domestic violence. And I said, well, I told my lawyer that I wanted to cross-petition that divorce based on adultery. He said, Mr. DK, it's going to be a waste of your money. I would rather use that money to fight for children custody. Forget her. Because in the UK, the law means that if regardless of whether you don't want the divorce, they are still going to grant a divorce because she doesn't want you anymore. Imagine me being rejected by a woman. I'm not bad looking. I'm a good looking man.
Yes, I see your picture now. Fine man.
I'm a good looking man. I can get any woman I want, but my heart is without women. I've been with her since I was only 22. As I speak to you, I'm 39 years old. I've given a big part of my life to that woman.
Yes.
She never gave me papers. I was born in France. I have a French passport. I didn't get papers through her. My parents are in France. I have never had to use her for anything. It's just pure love. But look at what this guy in Nigeria is doing to this woman. Okay?
Sir.
Look at what this man is doing to her. And
sir.
she thinks she's in love. So
No, sir. I told you something yesterday. Even today, I said, This is not love. You know why the thing is sweetening them? I told you that it's because of distance. You know, he's in Nigeria, she's abroad, and all they do is phone communication. Now, cheXting will come, kiss me, baby, Show me your nipple. See my dick. All those things is very sweet. If you bring two of them to live together, they can't stay for 10 days. You see that boy? By the time he's done with her, he will trash her aside. I'm going to call out Chiagozie.
My children now speak bad of me. My children are now my kids are now speaking bad of me. She has brainwashed them, and they're not.
It's just for. It's not going to last forever. They are speaking bad of you now because of where they are. The children that are above 9, 10, 11, at 3 years, a child's head and brain starts forming. It will come to a point where the children will say, "You did this to our mother," no matter where they are. Apart from whatever it is that is going on phone, the time they had in Nigeria, because you were seeing him as a brother who was helping out. And I told you something, that this boy is not just doing phone talk. This boy is using jazz. I told you, sir.
A lot of people told me it's not jazz. You know, people from the Caribbean island could be very promiscuous.
It's jazz, sir.
They never stay with one.
It's jazz Chiagozie is using.
That Chiagozie was saying, if it is jazz, let him go and break the jazz now. Chiagozie said that I said that jazz is using, let him go and break the jazz. That is what Chiagozie said.
Me, I can break the jazz. I can break the jazz. I told you that jazz, the person who did it is in Abakaleke. I can break that jazz, and I will break that jazz. My only pain is that he has done a lot of damages already. He has done a lot of damages. This, my brother, have not seen his children for the past 2 years plus now.
Yes, I'm still fighting for children custody. We went to court 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And obviously, she was cross-examined because I've been fighting this legal battle. I had to go to court because she severed me from seeing my children. On my children's birthday, I'll buy gifts and send. She doesn't want anything to do with me. And now I don't contact her directly because I've been told, do not reach out to her. Do you know all the charges? Everything was neutralized. The police could not even find one evidence to say that I was domestically abusing her. Sexual abuse. The police have used nearly 18 months. They've gone to the children's school. They've been asking teachers, have they seen bruises on the children's bodies? Have they seen anything? No documentary, no entry of any domestic abuse. For 15 years, this woman has never complained about this man, and you are now starting now to complain that he's violent towards you simply because she has somebody who is making her feel good. And that has made me lose hope in women. If I could give 15 years to a woman who could do this to me, what can another woman tell me?
No, there are good women.
This woman has made me to think that women are all the same.
No, that's not true, sir.
I can't open my heart anymore like that. No. It's hard.
You will be happy again. You will be happy again.
There are some women, I'm not trying to say that there are men that are really, really violent, but there are equally good men out there. But unfortunately for society, when a woman raises her voice, a lot of people come to her aid and rescue. But there are men that suffer in silence.
Yes.
There are so many men that don't dare open because men are made to internalize their problems. Do not speak up because you're a man. But men are dying. The quick rate at which men are committing suicide in this country is unbearable. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. Men are suffering in silence. What women are doing to men. But as God may have it, I choose not to stay silent. I need to speak out. I'm very vocal.
Yeah.
And I can't allow this. But this has really taken a big toll on me. I'm not going to lie to you. This has taken a big toll on me emotionally. People say move on.
Somebody wrote and said, my brother, you will laugh the last laugh. Don't worry. You know, I told you that you will laugh the last laugh. You will laugh. You will laugh. Somebody is trying to call in. Let me pick, and one man's knowledge is not enough. All I know is I will put him up after now. I will publish him so that the whole of the Bangkok students will see what their fellow student is doing. You can't be having the laugh alone. You two have got to meet some heat. I will put up all your picture. I will be publishing you every day, publishing you, and keep saying what you have done to your brother until normalcy return. Because we have elders, sir. Did you at any point try to reach out to Chiagozie parents?
Oh, Chiago, the mother of Chiagozie, her name is Daberechi Obioma Anyem, is her name.
Yes.
My mother called.
Who is on the line? Hello, can we see you? Can we see the person on the line? We can't see you, we can't hear you, please. Okay, she's gone. Failed. You can try again. I accepted you. Yes, sir, I was asking before now. Igbo people are known for to call taboo a taboo. This is an abomination in Igbo land. It is an abomination. And I don't think civilization has erased our tradition yet. Our tradition is still there standing. Because if you ask me to go to the root of this matter, I will call the parents. Because if the parents cry out he didn't hear, they will call the kingsmen. When they gather on him, he will retrieve his steps. Did you try reaching out to the parents? What did they say?
Oh, yeah, basically, when I reached out to the mother of Chiagozie, she started to cry. She told me, this is what my son can do. Obina, I know my son can do this. Obina, please. The mother was actually went on her knees and started to beg and cry. Obina, please give me time to be able to sort this out. But you know what? When I kept quiet thinking that the family was going to sort this out, they were planning another strategy. I called the father because what these children do, they have no respect for their father. They isolated their father because they're trying to make money instantly. Okay? So what they did basically was, when I called Chiagozie's mother, Daberechi Obioma Anyem is her name, and she promised that she was going to do something about this situation, and she was going to call her son to order. My mother equally, called Daberechi, and my mother said, you know what your son is doing to my son? Your son will reap the same. Your turn, Daberechi, will come. Then a woman calling you from France, all you can do is at least to be able to return the call back. At least call my mother and tell my mother, okay, call me back. If you really care about the pain of another woman, Daberechi blocked my mother and started to follow my wife on Facebook as friends.
Do you have this boy's Facebook handle? Can you give it to me? Let people visit him.
Yes.
Give me his Facebook handle.
Yeah. So just go on Chiagozie because you know what? As a Yahoo boy that he is, he has so many names.
Yes, they have. They have so many names. They answer everything on Facebook. Now then they're chilling with the big boys. I've sang for him this afternoon.
Yeah, his official name on Facebook is Chiagozie David Anyem.
Chiagozie David Anyem, friends. Chiagozie David Anyem. Who's on the line? What's happening? People can't call in. Or you call on normal call. That means Mr. David has got to go up the line. If you're calling on normal call, it would affect him. We won't hear him again. Calling on Facebook, let's talk. His name is Chiagozie Anyem. Chiagozie, his official Facebook handle is Chiagozie David Anyem. Anyem is spelled Anyama.
Okay?
Yes, we will call him out. Who the hell is he? We'll call him out.
Who follows my wife on social media? The wife now follows. The Daberechi Obioma Anyem could be my wife's mother.
Yes. So he's not the one following your wife on Facebook. The mother of the boy. When they are beginning, too. All these people when they are beginning, they buy Bentley at GSS2 when they ask questions. Phone number. No problem. When they call him, yes, that's his name. Thank you, love. Thank you. God bless you. That is his Facebook handle. That's his original Facebook handle. But as a Yahoo boy he is, he will have so many handles. He has ripped this woman off a whole lot of money. He will send wounds to the woman, and the woman will be pumping money that should be used for the children.
she doesn't work in the UK. She's getting benefits, child benefits.
She's getting child benefits and popping to cheXting.
And also using universal credit as well to support. So she's been given a house by the local council, about 4-bedroom house. She's getting in the region of £2,000 every month. Imagine at least sending a big portion of that money to cheXting.
Yes, £2,000 every month, eh?
Okay, yearly for 4 children.
For 4 children. And cheXting is eating it.
Challenging me. Okay, cheXting is challenging me. cheXting is not challenging me. Because a woman from nobody, from nowhere, came in and made him challenge me.
The boy's name is somebody else. Let me even pin it down. Love, write it again. Let me pin that boy's name, the Facebook handle down. Write it again and put Facebook handle. I'll pin him down. He will miss his fall. cheXting will meet his fall. That's true. He will meet his fall. You can call in. You can call in to advise. Not on my line. Personal line, you will cut off the show. I'll drop a number whereby you can call in. When you call in,
he's also present on Instagram. There's under the same name, cheXting David Anyem.
Okay, on Instagram, cheXting David Anyem.
Yes, look him up on Instagram, and he follows my wife under the name Passion Afro.
Okay, his wife under the name Passion Afro. I will go and look him out. Okay. I will copy him.
Yes.
I will make him suffer what you are suffering too. It can't be just you.
My wife's name.
He met they go outside, go do Yahoo, come. Now inside house they do on Yahoo.
Okay.
Passion what?
My wife, Passion Afro.
Afro hair.
P-A-S-I-O-N. No, Passion Afro. P-A-S-I-O-N-A-F-R-O. Passion Afro. Yes. But she's on a private account.
Okay.
She's on a private account.
Okay.
I've unfollowed her anyway. I've unfollowed her. But cheXting
follows her on Passion Afro. A-R-U-A-F-R.
No, P-A-S-I-O-N-A-F-R-O.
Passion.
Yeah, passion. But just, not with a double S, with a 1 S. P-A-S.
Okay, we know with a 1 S, okay.
1 S, yeah, with 1 S, yeah.
No, okay. With a 1 S, love, with a 1 S, love it. Change it, love it. Delete this one on Instagram. That's the wife's own on Instagram. But cheXting is whom we are after. If you get cheXting picture, forward it to me. Just forward me cheXting picture. He too has to got the heat. He go enjoy what this man they enjoy. He can't be here eating and enjoying. He will feel his pain too. Change the young coming man. He will feel his pain. You want to call in on the show and advise my brother? You can call in on 080-3341-3142. 080-3341-3642. Let me try and pin it down. He wants to chill with the big boys without working. All of them want to chill with the big boys. Even at that, they don't feel drunk. What? Let me have it. Let me have the number.
Okay.
Eh?
The mother is aware of it. The father is aware.
Yes, and that's how they do now.
All of them.
I'm only running.
All of it. All the way.
Because if they have stood up to say no to this boy won't have the mind to do this. If you call a bad thing, it will remain a bad thing. But the situation where you okay, somebody is calling. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, ma.
Yes, ma. God bless you. Speak up a bit, ma.
Yeah. Good evening, ma.
Yes, ma. 4 children.
Thank you so much for. Okay, thank you so much for what you have been doing.
Yes, ma.
God richly bless you.
Amen, and you too, ma.
When they came, yes, you know the man that said his battle is of the Lord.
Hello, ma. We are hearing you.
I said his battle is of the Lord.
Yes.
Like what you say, you really know what is happening. That thing cannot be ordinary.
No, it's not ordinary now. I
cannot be
told him
ordinary.
yesterday, I said the man that is doing jazz for him is Otabakaleke. He gave me his name. He gave me the boy's name. He gave me his name. Please, nobody should call on a private number. I'm not taking any private call. Sorry. Don't call on a private number. I want to know when Tiagozie is calling me, please. Or you want, don't worry calling. If you can't call with a normal call. Please forgive me, eh? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. What's happening? Calls are jamming here. You like because boy. You go just use your head, carry it you don't know. Hello, good evening. We can't hear you, mommy. Hello, good evening. Okay, I guess the lines are just jamming. No. If you call my own personal line, you will be obstructing what I'm doing. You know, my problem are our people. My problem are our elders. Eh? Okay, and I don't know how to me. I am Naju. Hello, good evening, ma. Good evening, ma. Ha, what's happening? Hello, good evening, ma. Hello, good evening. Now, wow. Come and check this phone for me, oh. Hello, good evening. What's happening? Hello, good evening. Kai. Please, let me call for this phone to be checked upon. I can't hear any voice. Hello, good evening. All right, I don't know what's happening, but my cry is our elders. Our elders are my problem. In Igbo land, we have tradition. An abomination is an abomination. So because the boy drives a jeep that I never worked for, elders are not confused. Then people be calling for 1 year meeting. I don't go come. So now when I come Facebook, can't do live. I don't go answer una. You can't be calling me for foolish meeting when you have things like this and you. This is supposed to come to social media. This is a thing that the elders will sit down. The father will get up and say, "I'm not in support of this." So it is an abomination. Well, but you join your son, they follow Oyibo for social media. People will not sell their rights to Oyibo. Once they hear Oyibo, they don't see God. Nala. Hello, good evening, ma.
Yeah, evening, ma.
Yes, ma, I can hear you. Yes, ma.
Very good. Thank God for this. Mommy, Don, you have to take it very easy with this case. One, they are outside the country. And I would suggest an advice, if you take this advice, whatever they should do, whether spiritually or whatever should be underground, then we don't even need to publicize them. If traditionally or family-wise they couldn't do anything, I think if you want to come in and help this family, it should be underground deadly. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah, so immediately after this case, you can perhaps maybe I'll drop a message on WhatsApp to show you the person that was calling. Please
I know.
underground deadly.
Okay, ma.
If you should want ahead. Needless of even publicizing the usernames online. It's looking very funny right away. Some people even on your timeline now doing as if they really want to help. They are even still going to go after the young man. Now they're even still coming indirectly to go after this man. If there's an opportunity to probably hear from the woman, I'm not saying the man is bad.
Yes.
But we know, in as much as women suffer domestic violence or whatever, or forced marriage or being unhappy inside the marriage, they still want to stay. You know, I am just saying that women still want to stay. Men still suffer even worse.
Yes.
So whoever wants to come and open up, we should support. He has opened up. We appreciate him. Fine, let him speak. Let everybody come in to advise him. But I would advise everything you want to do should done type blue. If I could get I was trying to call even earlier.
Okay, much later than ma. Thank you, ma.
Yeah, so please I suggest it should be done underground then.
Okay.
Doing anything with their name, tagging them, I don't think is very, very necessary.
Okay, okay. Advice taken, ma. Advice taken, ma. Thank you so much, ma.
All right.
Yes.
I'll talk
So,
to you there.
all right, no problem. Call in and advise our brother. I've asked him to move on. He can never end well. He can end well. Ndị Igbo si na ụka zapụtara akụkụ ite na-efu n'akụkụ ọnụ. It can never end well. He may look as if every glory, all road leads to his house. He's not a good leading. If only he can pipe low, he will see the mighty fall. I've seen the mighty fall in issues like this. He can't end well. Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. Gina. I don't know if he's still online.
No, he will be watching.
Okay, ma'am. I started following this live video right from where it started, and thank you very much for voicing out. Thank you very much for helping the voiceless.
Yes, ma'am.
It is, I don't know. From all I heard, I was going through the comment section at the same time.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm surprised people are saying take it to NSPPD. We are all Christians, so but something they made is not going to. The man said he clearly said he's a Christian. The reason why all these things are making it because he allowed it to linger for so long. He allowed it. There are some things that will happen. You take the bull by the horn. Auntie Deborah, I want each of you to help them. It's not when you're going to give, please. If the man doesn't have money to pursue it, we will all help him. If you're 500 or 1,000, whatever it is. Because this particular stupid boy, and what's that his name? Chiagozie. When you called his name, I checked him out on Facebook. In fact, his mother commented on one picture he was wearing a green shirt. I saw it. His mother commented on that thing, Gabriel Chania.
You see?
For them not to talk,
praising him.
That means the mother has been supporting him all this while. Because of actually going on chat.
Oji nwanne go ka akpa akụ. Ibe gị na-akụ n'ezi bute wayo ma bụrụ anyị chọrọ ị na-arụ. Gị ma na onye ụlọ na-egwu ke gị. Ọ ga-esi eme ya. Ọwa arụ.
In the olden days,
yes, now. Chụpụ ha n'obodo.
But I don't know this our generation. I don't know what is happening. People are saying pray.
Children will never stop cutting their mama and papa head for ritual because you encourage a whole lot. The king go carry motor way big pass and come house for so they are actually as well. Okay.
They are enabling rubbish. So angry that they allowed him. 17 years.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Who is
he's not in Bangkok. Putting himself through. Who is paying for his fee in Bangkok? I have got parents who have children in Bangkok. They told me it's going to be my job. And if they go there with Jeep, they use the father going to laugh. My son has make it. He's not making it. When that boy does not have money to spend again, you the parents are not safe.
Yes.
I see that what I'm agaghị eso ga ada n'ihe a ọ na-eyi ihe na-aga n'iru mana ọ ma nga n'iru for so long. Nene ihe nwanne ya nwoke na-ebe akwa ọ na-ebe ala n'ahụ ya elu n'ahụ ya mmiri zoro ezo ahụ ihe ndị nọ n'ụwa n'ahụ ya hapụchakwa na ya pụta a na-eme ka ihe nọ na your brother your mate dey go online carry oyibo you carry your brother home with 4 children for 2 years the man have not seen his children. Chagozie, if you are watching me, ihe mere ya emeghị ya ọ ga-adị gị mma. Ihe anyị na-eme nwanne gị emeghị ya ọ ga-adị gị mma. Ile ma ọ ga-adị gị mma tụlikwa ma ọ ga-amasị gị. Ihe anyị na-eme nwanne gị emeghị ya ọ ga-adị gị mma. Before ga-emie mmadụ mbọ mmie onwe gị mbọ. Ọ bụrụ na ọ na-afụ gị ụfụ ma ọ na-afụkwa onye ahụ ị na-emi mbọ ụfụ. Chagozie. Because I know your people would have called you. Maybe you are watching me now. As you are pinching this man now, put yourself in his shoe. If they pinch you, would you take it? Hello?
Hello, ma.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma.
Yes, sir.
Mommy,
God bless you, sir.
Right? Hello?
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Okay, ma. My name is Daniel. I'm actually a Yoruba guy and I'm calling from Ogbomoso as I speak to you now.
Okay, let's sir. Welcome, sir.
My own advice, I don't know if that brother can hear, not really advice, because I'm actually a Christian for my name. You should not be a Christian.
Yes, sir.
people so much believe before now that juju or things like that doesn't exist, but might exist.
Yes, sir.
My stuff as in my own, if you can help, like say you're publicizing it, if you want to do that, fine. If you want to do underground, it's okay. But one thing I pray you can do, man, if there's a way you can neutralize this stuff on this lady, because you may think this thing is going to clear up soon, and
it won't clear up soon. It won't clear up soon until this guy sees that the account is in zero. Can never clear up soon.
Please, my own plea, I'm pleading with you, please, man. If there is anything, we are just on live video because I go to this true story. My only brother died in America. And like this guy said, he doesn't have a friend. That's the mistake they do. As I speak to you now, my brother died 5 years ago, so we can't even trace anything because he doesn't keep friends. That is the mistake they do. They don't keep friends. They see just the wife. Things happen, madam. I tell my younger sister.
I say you didn't see the way this man cries, sir. You didn't say the way this man cries, sir. You will not sleep. This one, he cries more as well. I never sleep this night.
This is the problem. I tell people, your blood is different. Your blood, your brother, your parents, they are different things from your wife. We know woman and man come together to be one. But in some cases, we still have to put some clause just in case things go bad. Are you there, man?
I'm here, man. I'm here, sir. I'm here, sir. The thing they give me cold feet. I never hear say man they do this kind of thing. Even if woman they snatch their brother, sister, wife. I never hear say man go collect him brother, wife. 4 children.
Times when you introduce your friend to some friends, even to some brothers, just because everybody wants to go abroad, a lot of things that happen. I can't just go into details of what I've experienced in life, man.
Now, wow.
About people, what has happened to people. As a mister, I don't know. I don't even know. Just I don't want to talk. I don't want to.
I know, sir. I know how you feel.
Please, man, just help this man.
Yes.
Don't just think it's just selfless, whatever. If it's for you to pray, do something.
No wahala, sir.
Please, thank you for your effort.
God bless you, sir. Amen, God bless you. Ajia, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, ma. Good evening.
Can you please raise your volume a bit?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can't hear you from here. Let me put in my hand free. I mean, so Ajia, yes, get your contribution, ma.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, but wait, let's take calls because this one is quite... hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. God bless you, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, please, can you be audible a bit? Okay, sir. Okay, I will take that into consideration. Give me very well. I will put that down. This point you raised now came to my mind. You don't say when Cain never meet person for the right place. Now you're going to say Cain no dey pay now. If you see as this man they cry, he never seen children for 2 years. A brother, 20 years old boy, with the dread lock for head. Why don't we come out hand? If the woman said won't get mind to come back, this boy go to masturbate. They show the wife. Your husband prick, big reach this one. If you don't get prick, now see my prick. Not only you go to chop this kind of prick. Hey brother. How do you Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Ajia, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good evening,
I was
ma.
to come on live and do another thing by 11. But I cannot watch my fellow. If we do this thing, this man die. We don't want that tomorrow president. Yes. Like he said, men are being bullied too, but nobody look into this thing. People are more concentrating on women. Men too are being bullied. Ajia, I'm hearing you. Sorry for interrupting you.
No problem. Good evening, ma. Can you hear me, ma?
Good evening, my sister. Yes.
Yes. Let me just quickly rush this because this is really sad. Sincerely speaking, I've been hearing a lot of stories all through, but like this story is so unique, it's so sad. It's something that a lot of people have not heard something like this. It is
I never
normal
hear
for
them too. I dey hear of woman snatch him sister husband.
it
I
is
don't know
normal
say
for
man
you
fit
to
do
say
am. And every
friendship.
day you go dey master. This woman is collecting 2,000 wetin dem call am for abroad money. That is how much for naira? 2,000 pounds times naira. We go ne. What me how? Eh? And that money is going to this boy. Anytime it's time to pay him this money, he go carry wound to come. This will carry money give and say in love. It's not ordinary. Are you talking to me? Then somebody go to tell me say it's ordinary. Hello, good evening, sir. Sunday.
Okay, this matter serious. So I just want advise the man, my sister.
Yes.
Say make him move on.
Yes.
He declared, I think it's from the start. He declared love for the woman.
Yes.
He really love her, and all that. Together 15 years of marriage. I don't see it.
Hmm.
But it's time
To move on, I told him, you know, it's not easy. This is like a childhood friend. They grew up as a child and got married, and it's not very easy moving on. This true love displaying. If it takes him 2 years, he sees starting like this. This is true love. If he doesn't have good people around him, it's something else. Yes, ma.
yes. Yes. And I listened from the start, everything where he talked. Well, going by what he said, it's like a good man. Going by what
Very
he
good
said,
man. Yes.
yes, for the nuances, tell his wife in bed, how he flew down to beg her. Don't
Yes.
be ordering that kind of time.
No.
Don't be ordering beg.
Hmm.
Get good mind. You know, when I indicated to the lawyer, now the woman set trap for him that time.
Oh.
Where he said he set trap and hit her. You know, I wish I had spoken to somebody. They would have told don't do your anger. Because she was waiting for a reaction. Remember,
No.
when she went to hospital, by that time, they had not done anything to her. He didn't have any record.
Oh.
Until she came back, then she was still talking to Chiago that morning when he went to serve breakfast. And she set that trap when he hit her. That is what is now meaning in Canada. All hope is not lost.
Yes. All hope is not lost. Oh.
Yes. He just needs to remember, say, this land, Europe, where we live, now women, they didn't.
That's why it talk say that women place.
Yes, now, now we get our So, yes, to set the record straight, I'm glad that's come to you because you've done everything to approach. Now, just be careful the next step he takes. You know, the way that now she has going to tell news about her brother, she and cousin and her have a lot of plans. And
Yes. Now, why, my sister, God go help us. Thank you, ma. More than no verse. My head, my beauty don't follow. I don't know when it fall down. Hello. Hello. Aji, I'm hearing you.
Okay, ma. You can hear me, ma.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, my sister.
Yes, like we said, this domestic violence of a thing is affecting everybody, both the men and the women.
And the women.
Most times, women face domestic violence by beating and all, but men face domestic violence from the woman by the words and action the women do. Now, I saw something of recent, and that analysis shows that in every 6 minutes in the world, that someone commits suicide in every 6 minutes.
Yes.
The rate of
Yes.
suicide is very, very high. And what this man has really done today is really it takes someone with a lot of courage to actually come out and talk. And what he has done is the most important thing in healing, because when he is now, he's at the steps of
Hello.
healing.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening. Oh. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead, ma.
Yes, so he's on the journey of healing, right? Now, moving on is easy, and anybody can move on. We lose
Hello.
people.
Good evening. Somebody is there. Good evening. Oh. Aja, please, when somebody call in, I would have to take the calls, because he need a lot of advice to sleep. When he sleep, he plays the video. Good evening, please. Let's call and talk nicely. Good evening, ma, sir. Yes, ma, I'm hearing you, ma.
Okay, I've been listening to the program. I tried calling earlier.
Yes, ma.
So I did start from the beginning, but
Oh.
from what I it's really a shameful act that child was there. And nemesis will definitely
Of course, Nemesis is real. Nemesis will catch up with him.
if you don't inform, he has not done any form of that. Not about that woman in any way. Neither has he done anything to child or say, let him use his name. Why is that thing? Any of my right, I know now you don't take content like that's what people from this value. Following all this, you're not class or like you're a strong woman. The way you can help me, please do. But let him spiritually go on his knees.
Oh. Oh, that one is certain. He will come. He will come so dirty, because the only what is acquired is rubbish wet. Mba, okaja kutara akụkụ ite na-efu n'akụkụ ọnụ. Yes. Yes. Amen. He said, So the definition of riches now is to hold somebody down and climb, and the person will be crying. You stay up. Is that the definition of riches? That's what I'm just begging God. That's what I'm begging God. God is not finished with him. Yes. Yes. No, it's under a spell. How you go carry all the money when they donate for picking every month? They give one person. They beg him. He wants to crumble her. Ma, sorry, do you think that boy loves her? There's no love here. Oh. That boy, na maga she be, oh, maga kobo. But my annoyance is that why is it inside house? Eh? Oh. Now wow. Now wow. Inside. Is in her. Eh? If they find on your child. No, 4 children, 4 twins, and one with them born with today. Oh God, God, you. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, it is. It is. Oh yes, there are true loves. Genuine love is waiting for him, and it will come. Thank you, ma. Thank you so much, ma. God bless you. Yes, ma. Too many calls, Ajia.
Yeah.
Please add this up. Yes, I'm with you, Ajia.
Okay, so like I was saying, so he's actually on the first point of healing, which is speaking out. Because if there's anything that helps you to heal fast, is actually speaking out. And this particular young boy here, there's no love here. He's just milking the woman.
There's no love. See, what 2 of them are doing now? You know where you blow bolombolo? If I'm blowing bolombolo and you're watching me, it will look as if the bolombolo has plenty things. Everybody will be focused on the bolo. Big. Once you do, but why? Nothing there inside. Mirage. Nothing.
Yes.
Nothing.
So he's just collecting money. He wants to use the woman to actually achieve something, maybe travel to US and achieve something.
He wants to. You see that woman? That boy will finish her. Yes, that boy will finish her. But my annoyance is, why is it your cousin? Why?
Mom,
You
what
can
you don't know is
actually do
that
your normal Yahoo now. Since
we
they
have
don't
got
legalize them.
people are desperate, so people can do a lot of things. We have been seeing it on internet now, where
Yes.
people kill even their children for ritual. So people are
Yes.
desperate. People can do
Eh?
anything as long as they want to get that particular thing that they are after. So it's just after the woman's money, maybe travel abroad, using her influence, just be able to stabilize a little bit. Then he forgets about her and move on with his life. So the most important thing now is this man mental health, because
Yes.
it is
Wow.
very clear, right? Are you
Hello,
with
good
me?
evening, ma. Yes, good evening, ma.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma. Yes, I can hear you, Ajia. Madam, what's your
Okay, yes, because
contribution?
it is very clear that even after 2 years, this man is
Ajia,
still
please let
paying.
her contribute so that she could go. What's your
Good evening,
contribution,
madam.
ma?
Please, I don't know the topic. Please, can you put me to so I'll be able to contribute?
I can't go back. Oh, maybe you will need to watch it all over again, ma. Because I'm
Okay,
almost
no
rounding
problem.
up. Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay, because I just joined now,
I
so I didn't
know.
really get the
Okay,
topic.
okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Welcome
thank
back
you very
from
much.
work. Yes, ma.
Okay, thank you. God
Yes, ma.
bless
Yeah,
you.
bless you to name. Ajia, contribute.
Okay, yes, because it is
Eh.
very clear that even after 2 years, this man is very pain. You can hear how
Oh,
emotional he is.
he's going
He
to
was
court now.
crying.
He's going to court.
Yes, he was crying because he's still pained. Now, this man needs to heal, right? Healing is not easy. Healing is not something that you can just do
Good evening, ma.
overnight.
Good evening, ma. Good evening, ma. Good evening, ma. Good evening, ma. Good evening, ma.
Hello, good evening.
Uh-oh. I was greeting since. Yes, good evening. I just want us to encourage him so that when he goes back to watch this video, he would buy some advice. I don't want
Yes,
people to call in and say things that will worsen the situation.
yes,
Don't call, right? I'm seeing what people are writing. This man mumu too much. I don't. You write all your nonsense after I'll come and delete it because I know
yes,
he will go back and rely on this. A man is
yes.
going through this. You are coming here to write a mumu man, this and that. You know, when something they happen to somebody, you when it never happen to you, gonna be careful. They learn, they beg God, because that way it is say if him be mumu man to you, go for twice mugu to them.
The truth of the matter
Eh?
is that people commit
How
suicide
can
most
somebody?
times
I didn't want to
because
read
of
that
what
out when it
someone
was
says.
online. How can
Yes,
somebody be writing mumu man? Eh? These things are not good. It's
yeah,
not good though. Let's not laugh everything laughter like this. If he die now, you go say why did he commit it? Why he kill himself? Why he not come out if he get help? Same you will say this thing, but same you now is writing mumu man. Let's
yeah,
be careful. Somebody
some
wrote and
people,
said,
are
Shia
very negative.
Gozie David Anya, gold digger. As we saw your small prick. Hey, leave Obinna's wife alone. You have scattered his family. Shame unto you. Yes, if you can get him online to drop these things on his page, drop it. Let him know that Obinna self is not keeping quiet. You see, this is where I like myself. My darling sister, now you right hand. This is where I like myself. Oh, you see this boy? If I do have something finish, if you see Oyibo, you go run. Because you just can't get away with everything.
Yes,
You know,
because
if
the truth of the matter is that
you don't
this
even
man
consider
mental health.
your brother
Yes,
children. Your brother children, you're not even putting those children into consideration. You are not. You are telling the woman what to say in court. You are telling the woman when you get to court, tell them that he bully you, he rape you. That's 4 children, he rape you. Only so you as they take judge their own. If not here
yes.
they judge that thing, Nigerian lawyers go tell them, he rape you for that 4 children. I take rape you.
Now, the one
Let's
thing
say
I
rape
want to
me,
tell,
bully me, he beat me.
yes, one
The
thing I
woman
want to
won't come
tell
out, you
this
know
man,
where shoe. Chiagote was telling her to snap herself without shoe and keep as evidence to your brother. Why not do you anything? Now this is get rich syndrome. Now wow. Not only me never even know how to get rich. Eh? Get rich syndrome is a very good one. Hello, good evening, sir. Now what for this get rich syndrome? Oh, eh? Yeah, you leave university where your mama and papa they struggle to pay. Go Bangkok. Live for very big house. they ride 2 or 3 cars at whose expense?
Yes. Okay,
You
mom,
climb on
mom John,
somebody, suppress the
let me
person to
conclude
grow
this.
big.
Yes, let me
And they
conclude this.
conclude quick, make I go sleep. There is
Yes,
matter don't tire
because
me.
the truth of the matter is that this man mentally, he is still not healed. He is very
Yes.
hot mentally, right? And
Mm.
if he's not careful, if you are not careful, when you are emotionally down, people use that as your weak point. Are you following me now? Now, healing is not easy. Anybody telling you to heal and just move away from pain is not easy, right? So that's why I don't encourage you to tell, because I've been there before. I know what pain is from the person that you love. So I
Yeah.
don't easily tell somebody, move away, move on, because I understand that moving on is not easy. What this man
Yes.
needs now is encouragement. He needs prayers. He needs words of wisdom. He needs somebody to tell him, okay, do this, be calm. This is what he needs now. Because if he's not, because he was talking and he was crying, in 2 years, he's still pained. So if he doesn't calm down and stabilize his emotion at this point, he might be in court and you will be doing things that he's not supposed to do. And trust me, those lawyers and everybody, they are reading his character, they are reading his body language. Because what he's doing now, he's trying to fight for the legal rights of his children. Because those
Yes.
children don't need to be with such a mother. They need to be in an environment where they see things that is, because being with the mother now, they can see things that is not morally right. So they need to be with the man so that he can bring them up in a very good kind of environment. So this, everybody around him now, they are looking at his character, they are reading his body language, they are reading how he controls his emotion, how he talks. Every single word that come out of his mouth is very, very important at this stage. So he has to chew everything he says before saying it out. Are you following? He has to be very, very careful, right? If it was me, I would say if he has any opportunity to go public again, he shouldn't even mention anybody's name, right? He should just table his case. Do you understand me? Because they are going to use his emotion now to blackmail him. He might say things where his emotions are high, things that he's not supposed to say. So his mental health is very important. He should get help. Let people talk to him. Let people pray to him. He has done the most important step, which is coming out to talk. That's why so many people commit suicide, because they can't come out. They feel ashamed to share whatever thing that they are going through, right? And they keep getting the negative energy. And before you know what's happening, they get tired of life. They'll just say, let me just end it. Nobody cares. But he has actually
Yes.
come out to talk. Even if people are writing a negative comment here, it doesn't matter. What I'm seeing here, 95% is something positive.
Yes.
That alone should tell him that people are with him. People sympathize with his situation. So I just
Yes.
want him,
Yes.
yes, I just want him to go back, put himself together. Right? We lost our parents and we still move on with life. So you
Oh
can,
yes.
yes, you can lose anybody that you love. This woman, if this woman had died today, wouldn't he continue living his life? He will continue living
Yes,
his
he
life.
will. He
So
will.
thank God that she's still alive. So she's going to reap whatever thing that she has sown. Karma is there to catch up with everybody. So thank God that she's still alive. So what that means is that he can move on with his life. And there are better women out there. Simply because your love failed you this time around doesn't mean it's going to continue to fail you over and over again. Right? So for me, the most important thing is that let him just I just want him to just control his emotion. It's very, very important. Right? If he needs to cry, let him cry internally, seek help. But he shouldn't allow his emotion control him. Let him be in total control of his emotion, and let him know that time heals everything.
Oh
Time
yes.
heals everything. It's just
Yes.
happening now. He should calm down. Everything is going to be fine. And we are with him. We'll put him in prayers. And I know that in few years to come, he is going to be perfectly fine. So
Yes.
God bless
Aja, thank
everybody
you
that is
so
contributing
much.
to this man's issue.
Yes. Hello, good evening. I think this should be the last call. Hello, good evening. Okay. You thought I said you should go. Thank you very much, Ajia, for joining me to encourage my brother. And I will still say the last things I have to say before I go on this section. We Igbos have tradition. And there is never a time civilization abolish our tradition. I even understood that the law recognized tradition. What is happening? It's a taboo. It's an abomination. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. As much as I am angry with Chiagozie, My anger is more on his parents. Even if he does not listen to them, they are not crying out. Because for the mother to be following the son and be hailing him on social media, my son, more cars to you, more win. You are supporting evil. The kind of mother I am will not tell you more win. I will even come to social media and say, Don Davis, nah, this guy wife money, now you take buy motor. I will make nonsense of you. Good evening, Wanyama. Oh, yeah, onye magem. Yes, Maggie. Oh,
onye nwa ga-eme
yes,
gị wa
yes,
onye nwa onye nwa ga-eme gị wa onye nwa
emeghị ọ ga-adị gị mma, ihe
emeghị
anyị
ya
mere
ọ
onye
ga-adị gị
ọzọ.
mma akwa ịhụrụ ihe na ị mere nwanne m nwoke ihe na ị mere nwanne m nwoke akwa ịchọrọ ibi obodo oyibo no problem bịawa I know here if the guy gwa the guy ya hụ this my ọ ga-amara ebe London ka nọ akwa ịhụrụ ọ ga-ahụ this my tag ọ ga-ama ebe nọ akwa bịawa ị na-eche ṅụ no problem ndị ọcha na-anụ akwa ịhụrụ onye ọcha ya ragide ahụhụ ike gwụ ya ọ pụọla akwa ịhụrụ nke ṅụ before pẹlẹpẹlẹ na máa sọ pé pàṣọ tó fi mọ̀ yálé ó ń bẹ lórí àjà kò sí lórí àjà mọ́ báyìí àpò ẹ báyìí ló wà inú àpò ẹ báyìí ló ti ń dúró díẹ̀ máa bọ̀ máa
I want to go to abroad o na him o
máa wọrí máa bọ̀ àpò ìsú ìtòrí bí obodo
I want to go to abroad. That is just the whole thing. You want to belong, you want to ride cars at your brother's fears.
No problem.
Me, I don't know say richness they be cloud your conscience. You showed your conscience because you want to be big boy. You want to chill with the big boys. You want to run kata kitty. When you sit there inside, you go feel continue. Your brother is crying. The whole world is hearing him cry. And that's how God has heard him cry. Eh? No, the ego heke. Members on here, or what Adam ka film. Not join the atrike. That's how we give film. No worry life. So the ego. Igbos has tradition. Our tradition has never been abolished. I don't know why the elders are keeping quiet. This kind of a thing is happening. A boy that is in Nigeria, a boy that the elders will march to his school and parade for him. They are keeping quiet, hailing him on social media. More cars to you. You can't wear dreadlock, be like goat. Eh? It is well. Thank you very much for joining me, my sisters. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. Ya bịawa.
Hey, nna ike gwụ. Nenu ihe mere nwoke ebe akwa. Ịma na ihe kechiri ike. Nwoke ebe akwa. Ọ dị egwu. Thank you, nne m. Oh, thank you, beautiful friends, for joining me this evening. Thank you so much. In life, let's always pinch ourselves before we pinch others. I believe in what goes around that it comes around nicely. I know of Yahoo boys who go to bring money home. They go find Oyibo, befriend, come back. But this is the first one I'm seeing where they kill inside, shoot inside house, gone. He's unheard of. As if Yahoo one is a good thing, but what do we do? Hello, who is online with me? Good evening. I'm rounding up. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, ma.
I'm not darkness.
It's all right if that's how you want it. It's okay.
Well done, Jishike.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
I follow you long time from the first time where I gonna media during the time of your son Don David. And that on our banks is very well. Look, was so handsome.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you.
Yes. In fact, I'm making this thing. In fact, I'm just so painful. That is this thing Oguru making. I'm telling you. How can you look at Noah? nwoke ga-anọkete ga na-arịọ nwaanyị n'ọngụ ofe o mejọrọ ya ihe na-adịghị common. Well, the only here I'm going to around the boy because even that no need help, only somebody that will come around him, counsel him, even at this point of Onachiga law, Onachiga court, so that those people will be
on a court already. On a court, you're not choosing now. Call the other one, you're not choosing now. Custody I hope it for 2 years. How can a court? And the way man no make sure baby aho. Kuru baby here. So he's used to his children. Even as much as he's in London, nebu ya kwa.
He got one with that boy. That woman. Actually, dear were battle after
but okay, see me, I can't go see me. It's about give baby a marriage one leggy. Hello, good evening. Thank you, ma.
People have been doing it, but I know that.
Hello, good evening. Yes, the network is pretty bad. Okay, ma. Yeah. Yes, I hug me. That's just the truth. Yaga joy, yaga joy at Juboya. I want to hear them ma ala lekwegi. I want them ma eluna la lekwegi. I want to be majority. What are we not talking about? As a church. I want to take I got here maybe. Here church maybe I want to create here. I want to be here see. Under 21 days, when you are actually Mikey and more. Yes. Boyoku, Ozano. Since the parents are not joining him on social media to praise his words. Boyoku, Hanine. We have tradition, no? Like you notice it's abolished by civilization. Thank you, Adanne. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, ma. I would go off now. I'm done with tonight live. I know that with this little broadcast, Chia Goziem somehow is connected to this video. I've gotten information that he's live now, watching. I'm on my topic day here. If you notice, I didn't put up your name. I understand you are 17, 18, who turned 20 which day? Since 17 years, you have destroyed a home to date. You are 20 now. Nothing stopped me from putting up your name and everything, but I didn't put up your name, but I called you out. I want you to leave that woman alone. Chia Goziem. If God say you will be rich, nothing will stop it. You don't even need to go to Europe and be rich. Look at the ones that they are showing on social media. The boy that was selling pure water, that just gave prisoner water. And the other people that must have given prisoner water, Obi Kubani saw him and picked him up. Destiny has written it. It just came to fulfillment. Even me, when you speak better English, when destiny don't write say you go reach there, there's nobody that can stop it. There's nobody that can stop it. Even me, when you speak better English, when destiny don't write say you go reach there, there's nobody that can stop it. Even me, when you speak better English, when destiny don't write say you go reach there, there's nobody that can stop it. There's nobody that can stop it. You don't need to do anything evil to get there. You don't need to make anybody cry to get there. Your brother, your uncle, 4 children. Even if you don't love him, think about those angels, the children. Leave this man. Once you tell this woman now, your uncle said you are the only one, Chiagozim, that can talk to his wife. Why should it be so? Are we going to continue in sin and be saying, church, let's pray? We can't continue in sin and ask grace to come and fulfill all things. No. Are you getting me? Your uncle, Chiagozim, said that you are the only one that can tell the wife, go, you go, sit, he sits. I want you to tell his wife, go back to your husband and know how to cut off from that woman. Do everything to cut off for that woman, because the person that is doing small medicine for you is from Abakaleke. I've told your uncle. You are in Enugu. The man that is doing small jazz for you is at Abakaleke. All I need to do is to drive and meet him and tell him, what you are doing is what I'm doing. Why are you using your own to do evil? That's what I will tell him. I will drive and meet him and ask him, why are you using your own to do evil? You can use your own to do good. People are making people see Dibia, see people who do herbal things. They think all of them are bad. No. You can use your own to do good, so that when you die tomorrow, it will remain for you. I can drive down there and tell him that, why are you using your own to do evil? This Chiagozim, what did he tell you? The brother has 4 children. And I can as well stay where I am and turn that woman eye off you, which I'm going to do. Chiagozim, I will turn this Oyibo woman eye away from you. You will send him pictures. Anytime welfare, people they pay them. What do you mean people they pay them? Anytime charity or which one? Social leader, basically they call them for London, pay them. Anytime they pay her to the tune of £2,000, you go run send a message 3 days to before money land. Once you send a message of your leg when I forgot, you go send them all this kind of a thing. When you send them to them, the woman go find money, join for social work money, send to you. You they acquire car, they acquire houses where you no work for. Even MMM no pay like this. MMM no pay like this. Small boy, one bunch. Even my last born senior you. My last born senior you. If you don't by yourself leave that woman, I will turn your face away from him, and the consequences is not good. So I will give you another 7 days to leave that woman. The last Yahoo you do should be this month Yahoo with her. Go to the net, begin the Google, Instagram, Instablog, Insta everything. You will see a lot of Oyibo, very old Oyibo women where they find black boys to marry. All these my small friends, they go marry them, come Nigeria, go high court, wed them, go back. I feel even help you, they find. We must see Oyibo, we go like slim boy like you. Find slim boy like you. When we show Oyibo, we go like slim boy like you. I will help you. We marry him for you. You go do abroad. This one will help picking for your children, for your brother. Leave him. I give you between now and 7 days. I want to come back live and tell people that this man's marriage has come together again, or his children are in his care. I want you to leave that woman alone. The fact that your brother knows that you are seeing that woman is killing him per minute, per day. Everything you said to this woman, he's seeing it. He kills him. If you don't leave him, you will leave him by force. I will give you grace of 7 days. Maybe they will not confuse you. Go and look for her. Go and, you will just blind yourself. I'll give you grace of 7 days. If I don't hear from you or hear from him that you have left his wife, I will help you leave him. Thank you very much, friends, for joining. Mr. Obi, be strong. Like I told you this afternoon, that the kind of woman I saw with you after this whole saga is just too much for you. And I told you that for this trouble, God is going to make you happy. You will be very, very happy. If you like, go and report the video, let them remove it. I give you 7 days. They can't remove what I will do. 7 days to leave that woman. God will bless you. God will keep you. Be strong. Like I said, if you go to court, whether or not tomorrow or next, if the judge want to carry the pikin and give the woman, let him carry and give them. Thank God the first one is 11. It's not small. Don David is writing book of what happened to him in deeper life. Don David don't write how many pages of book. He say one publisher. So if 11 can remember those things and write, your children are 11 when they left will someday say, Mommy, you bullied our daddy. My uncle, my auntie slapped me when I was 8 years old. When they asked her, what was that sound? He saying kill mosquito for wall. I saw my auntie when I turned 35, come back from Cotonou. I don't know who pursued him. As soon as I saw her, the first thing that came to my head was that slap at 8 years. So do not think that the children don't know what is happening. I give you the next 4, 5, 6 years. She can't hold them from going to see their daddy. Thank God now Western world them day. She can't hold them. Say the boys, just be praying and keep your mind open. New breeze will blow you again. You'll be back on your feet again. Don't worry about those who are chilling with the big boys. They do don't worry about them. Very soon you're not going to do again. You know that song so sweet that people know they read the meaning. You want to do strong thing. You won't begin to enter charity, they chop with the big boys, they spend money. Only you, they run kitty kitty, they run kata kata. You know they free drink water, drop cup in peace. When you go set, you go not say Gorime no easy. You want to drive motor, enter club, they spend money, they go to help you for social media at the expense of your brother. We have tradition. Chia goes there, how can you be connected to video and name? Achọm ka ịtụnye ihe a na-enye nwa gị na-eme ọ dị mma ihe a nwanne ya nwoke bịa kpọọ ụnụ nwa bụ nne m nwoke a nwa wee gwu na enye nwa ụnụ melụ na ọ gbawara ya obi na-emechi ọnụ ọ bụrụ nwa gị a ka a na-eme ya obi gị ga-anabatakwa ya ọ bụrụ na obi gị ga-anabata ya mezie ụlọ gị ọ kwefuru nwa gị ahụ ife o ji ekechi onye ọcha mba ekepụ ya m ga-enye ya 7 days ọ bụrụ na o kepụ nwaanyị a na-agba okere ya m ga-ekepụ ya mgbe na nwunye ya ga-akpọ ya na ọ ga-akpọ ya and ekepụ ya n'ike nwa ga ga-abụzi ife ọ bụ ọzọ skuul ahụ ga-agazi ya ọzọ so advice ya ka o ketuo nwunye nwanne ya ọ bụrụ ka esi abụ ụba ụkazi apụtara akụkụ ite na-efu n'akụkụ ọnụ mmadụ anaghị egbufu onye nọ n'ime ụlọ ji bụ ụba onwe ya eji mara ndị Igbo mmadụ na-eburu egbe bịa n'ụlọ ya bịa zuo ohi iburu egbe gị apụọ na apụọ ga zuo n'ohi na gị ị ga-ezu ohi n'ime ụlọ nwa gị na-ezu ohi n'ime ụlọ ị nọ na soshal midia na-enye ya tọmsọ ememe ya ọgaranya na soshal midia nne nwaanyị ị mara na ọ bụrụ na o ruo echi arapụgodi nwa o ruo echi ma ọ fụọ ozi ego ọzọ ndị nwa ka ọ ga-eji agwọ ọgwụ ego you see mothers they never begin the kill una they never begin knock me stone hit me hammer because when you first make wrong money now you be the mama wey follow chop that money so when you go make right money or money no dey again now you go still use your head take do money because you don't see bad thing no be call am bad thing una dey fear make you for no give una money how much they give una pikin wey una train may God help us. Facebook, permit me to use this on Abamba to sign off. Thank you, my friends, for joining me this evening. God bless you all. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. We have really spent enough time, more than 2 hours plus. And I thank you for always coming out. Because when you come out for one, at least this man has poured his heart. And I like this page because I have some big aunties, big uncles here. People who will hear this thing and take it up. I too like this, my page. Don't be surprised if people will get up and say, no, which community, which place in Imo State? We want to take it up. If it happens in Nigeria, people will come up and take it up and resolve things. That man will have his peace. Because you know that you have made your uncle homeless. Your uncle is not homeless because he brought his wife to Nigeria. That was where he made a mistake. Now, wow, my friends, when things happen, maybe we dey learn. Oh, you see why I dey suspect everything around me? I dey very careful. May God not let my carefulness lost. I'm sensitive to everything. I'm sensitive to my environment. I don't make anybody take me unawares, oh, because that's when they laugh with you, if they laugh with you to collect life, stab you. Some enjoy it when you cry alone. First time a woman is visiting her home, you don't let there born three. You know, if you don't carry him come the wedding. Now so he lost in marriage, so he come. Not even outside and inside house. Rat where they inside house. Now he chop big rat where they live for house. Thank you so much for joining me. Ijoma, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Love you too. Love you. Yes, you are right. Yes, Mr. Obi, people say God is with you. When you read this comment, read the good ones and leave the bad ones. Oh, yes, he will suffer. He will surely suffer. Oh, Rose, thank you. I want to pass for you. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Yemi, thank you so much. Thank you. I love you, Yemi. God bless you. Love you, Sister AJ. Thank you, Wanyoma. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, too. Lucky, thank you. God bless you. We will not be able to connect tonight again. You know, those who know me knows that if I come here and say we are going to meet live, whenever I choose time and date, I'm not always connecting. I don't know why. That's why I said today or tomorrow. I actually wanted to come today. But however, by the grace of God, tomorrow, we will connect. And I noticed that only 161 person is giving testimony of this bail lifting. If I do the next ritual, you see, I don't want DBS eating your money anyhow. I don't want things you can do on your own and thank God directly. You'll be giving praise to man. That's why a lot of people have seen themselves as a God. A lot of people, they because they know everything you don't know. You won't be there, they go use belief, conjure everything, give you a work. You can't see them as God. Some go they talk, they give issue command, I give you 3 days to bring me this. Because of they know everything you don't know. So I don't want people to misuse you people, my friend. That's why you see me, I'm teaching you some rituals. These are things that if you come here on a good day, we do it. It work for you, you give us money. Some buy cars for us. Let it be that it's working for you in your house, you're dashing me money. A man paid 60,000 into my account today. So one of them is buy something for yourself. He told me about his LPO. He collect LPO, they don't give him what do they call him? Money to do business. I told him, go and do that bail lifting. Present that LPO, then wire how many million head scatter. Say, man, I use that 60,000 first drink mineral. I say it's too big, go to make I use and drink something, chop something. Say when they wire the next one, when go take enter the contract, say go wire me money, go slap my ear. Say, you know, at least he has learned that. You see, bailiff, there is nothing you cannot achieve with bailiff. The only thing that will disconnect you from bailiff ritual is when you are not connecting directly. A lady said that she has finished school 4 years, and she did a voice. I will play it during Thanksgiving. That she has finished school for the past 4 years, no work. Find girl, anywhere if you go find work, they're going to say, I want to sleep with you. We want to make love to you. We want to sleep with you. She can't become useless graduate according to what she thought. But after performing the bailiffing, one of the places where she drops CV and call her salary above 200. She shouts, call me and say, you never see anything. Ask God for husband again. Not they selfish. Not begin to look for this David. I bet this boy name. Not begin to look for Chigozé kind of rich people. Ask God for genuine husband. You see him now. If you go to ask God for rich man now, God carry Chigozé give you as husband. Maybe tomorrow money no day, if you collect your pikin do medicine. That person can would do those things. So if you want to ask God from a sincere heart. He will give you sincerely. He will even give you this first thing you want. You see this one of open door? Hey, just connect tomorrow. I thought I come out. You don't wear black, oh. Wear something where they bright, white. If you the same materials on Lagos Island, wear baby pink, white. Come out. Maybe we'll do and see testimony. But if I see the testimony that is 161 again, I will put down the name of those who drop their testimony, even those I'm yet to send, even those who did voice. If I see 161 again, I will create a WhatsApp group, put those people there, and be doing it there. There's no need coming to Facebook. It would be too bad that one came out, do what they call them, video. After doing video, somebody will come and call me on phone. Hi, Mommy David, how are you? I've been following you since David is having issue with Deeper Life. I'm your strong follower. God will strengthen you to win that case. So please explain that thing to me. Then the video is useless. Because I bought data to do video. Look at how many hours we have spent. If I spend another 2-3 hours doing video of a particular thing, then you pick phone to come and ask me to explain all over again. I mean, it's somehow. It's somehow. Take your time. The one that will benefit you, watch it. We only like to watch saga, spend hours watching saga. We don't watch things that will improve us. Tomorrow now we're going to be doing the one of open doors. The next one I'll be doing it's for those believing God for the fruit of the womb. A lot of you will do it in your house, it will answer. Then when God do them, I don't like to lie for person. This water why they drink. I don't talk about myself, but now one man they give me you. Every Monday, he go send keke, then go bring me this water, 20 carton. Then I will take packets, 20 packets. And so this man they give me till today. If God do it for you, open door. There's nothing wrong in saying thank you. Not because I say we do it on social media, just to give testimony. I hear the amount, say God bless you, you don't give me anything. I don't go open mouth say give me, but suppose use your head. It be like man where you invite woman come hotel. You invite her, we play with you, do everything. Come they get pass, okay, dear. I'll see you next week. You go with happiness. Even they swear for you. They look at this stupid man. I come meet you for hotel, we enjoy feeling, tell me okay, dear. But even when I take the thing, not be soap I take wash them. You clean, I carry come. When God answer you, I know they ask anybody to give me a particular money, but remember to say, maybe Don David, how are you? Drink Coke. When they do that kind of thing, my body gonna get up more to do more. Then if 161 again, testify again, I stop doing it for Facebook. I go only come and they do laugh thing for Facebook. I create WhatsApp group, put this 61 and continue there. Because I know that more than 100 has this thing. A man tell me saying don't live for one place for Yaba for more than 23 years. As soon as he finish this ritual, he be driver, he dey drive big men. Nobody give him driver work do again. He finish the first day ritual, the second day, the third day, he won't go buy Gary, make him drink. Marry, you no marry, born, you no born, but they live for 1 year, 20-something years, one room. Where the house don't nearly they break, people don't go, new people come, old go, new come. He come because second landlord for house. He say come out, I saw one woman when they buy Gary, they talk of drivers. Good afternoon, ma. I'm a driver, I can drive. Man say, I need a mature person like you. The woman said, how much I go pay you? Maybe I never pay and pass 50,000. She said, madam, anything you say, you must actually, I don't want to make you become driver. We go from Yaba here, they come. I live in Ireland. You will live in Boysport for Ireland. The man pinch himself. Okay, kind of wine her. You know that kind of a thing where you go pinch yourself, you go pay you, only you go know. The man pinch himself. You must say, I want you to come and live Ireland with me. So that when I dey come out, the day early we go. Now so the man start work, start work Sunday we go. Under 3 days ritual, he start work. He open the mouth, tell the woman say, I no fit tell you how much where you go pay me. Mommy, anything when you give me, don't give me house already. The woman they pay him 100 plus. Any car, the woman say, start that car, he drive. He saying go wake up very early in the morning, wash about 6 cars for compound, sweep the whole compound. That's the way don't suffer before. You know, because say you perform ritual, God like say you want to the bamba inside big man house, he go slap you, send you out. The ritual not a big clap person. No, you don't even understand evil. Now good thing, this one they understand. So he saying go wake up very early, he's going to start work, sweep the whole compound, wash the whole cars, dress up, wait for the mock like where soldier won't carry him box. When the woman come out, he collect the woman bag, put for motor, start motor. When the kind of woman go island, drop up, you go then near the mosque, they go other errand. When the clothes come out, the woman, she say start to take this 2,000, go out and drink. 2,000 when don't save, no be here. So the ritual, they need people to correct things. If now one papa do say, papa, if you go in place, you go do but whatever you give me work now these things be the thing or nothing. It not depend on how you do it. If you do them because you get them on platter of gold, do them rubbishly, you come rubbishly. Those women I'm doing, you know, this will not be 10 days. Within days, you don't come. One of my sisters tell me here, saying dream. Gada, 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 gada. A lot of people, they remember their dreams now. She even the command, I sleep back like this, dream. One woman where they put them for inside the bagari, go where they owe. Woman where don't they refuse to pay them money finish, they beg them. He kukuma buy more belly, put around the house. All these things are created by God. Let me be open to you. Most of our pastors, they use them. When they come, we go do them for them for water. They use them complete healing water for you. They use them cook some oil, give you, you rub, you walk. Because their faith is strong. When your faith is strong on these things, you would excel on them. So the one we will do tomorrow, for those who will connect, don't come and, for those who will come say, hey, the man, that one, this woman, now, wow, I don't know we go to them. I'm not talking about those ones. Those ones like brave, when they accomplish those, when they go somewhere. Those when what thing that they do, go do. We don't stop to answer call. Those when no thing then they do. Okay. Those when no thing then they do, go do and finish, give testimony. Maybe on David, I do and finish, put them for water bath, put for another water, boil and drink. Something just they do me like this, fall off. Like liver, this is what they chop, liver. It didn't be like liver, fall out. Now about your faith. As long as your faith can carry it, fine. If your faith can't carry it, you go to, some people go even bring ring. Then go do them for ring for them. When they touch you, obviously they add some things, join them. But this thing you are seeing is really when they take the job people for Nigeria. Now clean when they take job, they go make Dibia go do. I said mama brought Dibia gonna cable. I said me go Dibia a woman, I brought Dibia a informer or Ifendia. I thought I say get leave when they call shame. If you use shame for Daniel, I bet you with this boy name. Chigozie, if you use shame leave for Chigozie, he go mad. He go mad. Make you better leave Oyibo. Find your own Oyibo. They go in abroad. Thank you very much, my people. Thank you, my people, and a good night.